Helen, you came to me. Your death will be a tale to frighten children, to make lovers cling closer. And the whole time he's talking to her, she's all like, I want to have your mixed babies. Yeah, man, Candyman was a pimp. Alright, y'all, so it's my birthday week, and guess what? Candyman 2021 drops on my goddamn birthday, August 27th. And I'm going to take a chance and go to the theater, because I live here in Florida, and here everybody's damn near stupid. Alright? Well, damn near everybody's stupid, I meant to say. So yeah, I'm going to take a chance, go to the theater and see it on my day. But meantime, between time, I had to go back and check out the first Candyman, which I haven't seen in quite a while. And I'm being joined by my man Darnell from the Rejected Heroes Media. He's going to be joining me in this video. Thank you, my man, for coming through, stopping by, helping me review this horror classic. But, man, take the floor real quick, man. Just tell the people who you are.
The Candyman. Well, once again, I want to say thank you to the big bro Rashad for letting me do another video again, man. Because I saw Candyman 2021 and I was just like, my bro was like, man, I'm so jealous, man. I want to see this shit. I thought to myself, like, I was going to do a Candyman review for the original one before the new one came out. And I think now would be a good time for us to team up because he's passionate about Candyman. I like me some Candyman, and I can't say Candyman anymore because I think this camera's still a mirror, and I would like to live to see, you know, Venom. A better way to team up now. So once again, Rashad, thanks for letting me be on your video and just talk about some Candyman because this is still a good movie. I just recently watched it. I had a great time with it. It's still so good. Storytelling, the legend, the mythology, it's just amazing. And just Tony Todd is just, he will forever be the Candyman. Forget Michael Myers, forget Jason Voorhees, forget Chuck. Well, I ain't gonna forget Chucky, because Chucky's my man. But Candyman, that's for us, that's the black people, that's our boogeyman, him. So Rashad, pretty much tell the subscriber, tell the watchers, pretty much break down the plot for 1992's Candyman. Send it back to you.
Candyman is the story of a Karen named Helen who does not know how to mind her own business. Well, okay, in all fairness, she is researching urban myths, urban legends, okay? And then she comes across this Candyman character and she has to investigate it. But it's not enough just to hear the stories and to read newspaper articles and interview different people, you know, that work at the university where you're researching this stuff at. No, you have to actually go to the projects. Mind you, the worst project in America, Cabrini Green. You go to the damn project, you stick your nose and shit, you got no business sticking it in. So even though I felt bad for Helen in this movie, but like Darnell says a little later, she brought the shit on herself. She brought it on herself, man. It felt, now, okay, I'm not trying to make this a race thing, y'all, but this is just factual, okay? This is just from my personal experience, okay? When black people see something that looks suspicious or that looks like it's not right, we don't investigate. We go the other way. If we see some shit that's like, you know, no, we don't get involved. Unless that's to do with family or friends or somebody that we know of, we don't get involved with the shit. Why? Because that could, you know, we can get fucked up behind it, okay? So 9 times out of 10, we don't do that, okay? Sometimes we do. Sometimes, you know, there's some heroes. I'm not saying all of us, but for the most part, if we see some suspicious shit, we get the fuck out of there. There's an old saying that if you're looking hard enough, you are going to find it. She found what she was looking for. She came across the Candyman. And, well, first she comes across fake Candyman, who has one of the most iconic lines in the movie. I hear you looking for Candyman, bitch. For some reason, that shit always stuck with me. I hear you looking for Candyman, bitch. She comes across the real Candyman, and now because she kind of debunked his legend, you know what I'm saying? People are not scared of him anymore because of her. So now he says, you know what? I have to show them who I am. Show them who you are, Candyman. He has to come out, he has to show everybody who the fuck he is, why he is, so now Helen has to be his victim. But the one thing I never understood about this movie is that his motivation, because at first it was, okay, I have to make the people scared of me again, so he comes out of retirement, comes out of wherever the fuck he was at, I guess he was hiding inside of a candy wrapper or something, and he has to make people scared of him again, and he uses Helen to do this. But then it turns into a situation where now Helen's being framed for all these murders and these things that she didn't do. So now everybody's thinking that she's the Candyman, or like a caricature of Candyman. And now it turns into, okay, well, Helen, it was always you. I want you by my side. So he's grooming her to be his ghoul, his bride to be. And now that's the motivation. Now it went from I just want to scare people again to now I want you to be my bitch. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, it's a still cool movie, man. But yeah, Darnell, I'm gonna give the floor back to you, man. What else you got for Candyman?
Real quick, big bro, can we just admit that white people, they usually just do this shit to themselves? Because literally watching the movie back, she had a black friend, Bernadette, who was just like, girl, do not go into this apartment. Do not go into that hole into the cabinet. Do not take these pictures. Do not go into the projects where all these black people think that, we're cops and shit. Don't do it. What she do it anyway. And now she's dead. All these white people are. But pros in the movie, like I said, bro, like I said, the storytelling and the mythology of the Candyman is so good for me, because I like the way the movie opens up and it kind of establishes that maybe this is an urban legend, because the first half of the movie doesn't have any supernatural elements at all. It's more or less like a crime thriller drama, kind of less. You're trying to figure out, like, is it real? She's going to the project, she's going down the rabbit hole, she's trying to figure shit out, and then, when she meets this black dude who has a hook and he fucks her up in her eyeball, you're like, maybe Candyman ain't real at all. Maybe it was just this dude, so everything's cool until the parking lot scene. The parking lot scene that solidifies, I think, for me, I don't know about you, but ever since I saw this scene, it's like, yeah, parking lots, I don't do them at all. At all. And the kills in the movie too, bro, you gotta admit, like, even though there's not a lot of them, when they do happen, they're like gritty and gory in the sense that you get maybe like I said in my review, the way that Tony Todd like grunts when he's killing people because he's jabbing that hook up people's assholes and shit. It just makes you feel like, man, like he's like really killing somebody. Like he just, like, you see the blood spurting out when he killed that psychiatrist and shit. It was incredible. It was so good. So like I said, kills and pros in the movie were great for me. So what are your pros, big bro? Tell them about it.
I have a lot of the same pros that you had in this movie. The storytelling I thought was great, even though, like I said, the motivation was kind of, it flip-flopped a little bit. But yeah, I thought the storytelling was cool. The execution of this movie was cool, and not a large body count. So even though Candyman's considered a slasher, but not really, because when you think of a slash, you think of, like, the Jason Voorhees and the Michael Myers. Like, every few minutes, somebody's getting slashed and killed, okay? Even with Freddy Krueger, even though Freddy doesn't have a large body count either, but, it's always something going on where he's either fucking with you in your dream, and then sometimes he will kill you. But see, with Candyman, you don't see him until, like, 40 minutes into the movie. I counted. You don't see him until 40 minutes into the movie. He doesn't catch his first body till, like, well, unless you count the dog that got his head cut off. He doesn't catch his first body till like damn near an hour. And this is like an hour and a half movie. So, like you said, it is kind of more like a crime thriller or, supernatural thriller more than a slasher horror movie. Because if I could be honest, when this movie first came out, I really wasn't feeling it. This dropped the same time as a little movie called Dr. Giggles. Okay, if you're from the 90s, you know about Dr. Giggles, okay? This movie, Dr. Giggles, dropped about a week from each other. And at the time, I was like, 12, 13 years old. I went with Dr. Giggles because it was just, high body count, creative kills, you know what I'm saying? Really no plot. Because sometimes you just want to have fun and just watch people get mangled and fucked up, And Candyman really didn't give you that. So at first, I really didn't like Candyman, but there was a quality about it that I did enjoy, where I found myself going back and rewatching it again and again. And the more I watched it, the more I dug it. And now, as an almost 42-year-old man, I'll be 42 on Friday. This movie is a masterpiece. This is what I consider a horror cinematic masterpiece, man. And what really puts a cherry on top of this movie is the musical score, man. The score is frightening. It's chilling. It just adds to the mysticism of Candyman. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta say this too, man. My brother was a pimp. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Candyman was a pimp. All right. This man had the pimped out coat, you know what I'm saying, with the hook. And whenever he talked to Helen, notice this shit, whenever he talked to Helen, she was hypnotized. She did not know, like, Helen, you came to me. Your death will be a tale to frighten children, to make lovers cling closer. And the whole time he's talking to her, she's all like, I want to have your mixed babies. Yeah, man, Candyman was a pimp. You know what I'm saying? And Helen was, I hate to say the word, well, the H word that he was pursuing, and he ended up getting, because guess what? Helen ended up becoming like him. And probably the only scary thing about this movie was at the very end, where, Trevor, the dude that she was with, well, her husband, fiance or whatever, he was cheating on Helen with this college student. And when she appeared at the end, when he called her name 5 times and she appeared at the end, scared the fuck out of me. Because she just came out of nowhere, hair all burnt up and shit. What's the matter, Trevor? Scared of something? Fucked me up. All right. And you know, and I did laugh too when her hair first got singed. Okay. I know it's not funny, but when she was crawling out the bonfire, right? She had the baby. And her hair was like on fire when they put the fire out, and she came out looking bald as me with patches and shit all over, and she's all like, you know, I thought this shit was funny. So anyway, Darnell, I'm gonna give the floor back to you, my brother. What else you got for Candyman, bro?
At the end of the day, for me, Candyman is still a classic. I enjoy it more now than I do back then, especially comparing it to the 2021 version, which is good. You should check it out, everybody. When it comes out in theaters, get your tickets now. Check it out. Tony Todd absolutely kills it as Candyman. Virginia Madsen, she was great too, as being our eyes and ears for, like, you know, the legend of the Candyman. For everybody who's never, and anybody who's never seen this movie at all, I would suggest you check it out, because the way it just breaks it down, when it's all over, you're going to be like, oh, so that's Candyman. Honey, let's shatter every mirror in the house. Still a good movie then, still a good movie now. So like I said, Candyman was just good. I love it. And thanks again, Rashad, for letting me be on your channel again and do another video, another collaboration. I knew I wanted to do a horror movie with you, so I'm glad I got to be this one. So yes, bro, it was great seeing you again, and I can't wait to team up with you in the next video. And guys, go see Candyman now when it comes out in theaters. Go see it. As always, guys, subscribe. Until next time.
All right, my man, I'm glad you enjoyed the movie. Yeah, this is a 90s joint, so it's kind of old, and some may think it's a little dated, but to me, I think it's one of those movies that get better with age, and it outlasts the slasher movies that I preferred more back then. It aged better than those movies, so I would take Candyman over Dr. Giggles any day, but if you ask 12-year-old Rashad, I said Dr. Giggles buries Candyman. And yeah, I gotta give a shout out to Tony Todd, who really breathed life into the character, his physicality, his mannerisms, you know what I'm saying, that chilling voice, you know. So even though I said the movie really wasn't scary, but still, he's so iconic as the character, you know. I will put him in there with some of the best, you know, with Freddy and Jason and Michael Myers, Leatherface, Chucky, Pinhead. You got to put Candyman in there, man. He's just that iconic with that fucking hook. And when you hear that music, you know, without even seeing the movie, you know what it is, you know. Now, like I said, as far as the gripes go, just his motivation to me was kind of, you know, and sometimes the pacing was a little slow, where, you know, it does kind of lose you a little bit. But then once the movie picks up, like once Helen starts getting framed for these murders, that's when it picks up again. The movie just does not let you go after that. I thought it was well directed, well written, and yeah, I say it again, man, it's a horror cinematic masterpiece, and that's why I give Candyman an A. A solid A, man. It's one of the best of the genre. But look here, if you're trying to watch a movie with just creative kills, mindless action, you know what I'm saying, just dumb fun, this movie's not for you, okay? This is more of an intelligent horror movie as opposed to just popcorn slash that you just want to have fun. If you're expecting that, Candyman is not for you. But if you want something along the lines of a Silence of the Lambs or, you know, something like that, Candyman is your movie. And I cannot wait to check out the new one this weekend, which I believe is a sequel to the first one. So it's not a reboot. I'm guessing it's a sequel because the Yahya Abdul-Mateen character, he's the baby from the original movie, if I'm not mistaken. For the Vanessa Williams character, her baby that bald-headed Helen saved, and he grows up, and he grows up to be Yahya Abdul-Mateen, who I guess Candyman's trying to possess or take over. I don't know. I gotta see it. But anyways, A is what I got for Candyman. What did you guys think of the movie? Comment freely below. If you like and dig this content, hit that like and subscribe, notification bell in the corner. This is Rashad G signing out. Oh, by the way, god damn it. Subscribe to Rejected Heroes Media. I always forget to do this in my collabs. Subscribe to Rejected Heroes Media. My man Darnell, thank you, my man, for coming on to this review with me and talking Candyman. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, that's it and that's all. Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video.